with other meditation retreat. This should be a very simple and effortless one because you are supposed only to be working on your posture, not complicated. That said, posture is the foundation and also the measurement all the way, to the development of concentration and development of mindfulness and finally development of wisdom, all the three of them. A good, steady, comfortable posture is the foundation of meditation. Not only that, I repeat again, comfortable and steady. I use the word comfortable and steady. Two attributes, comfortable and steady posture, is also the measurement that we can use in the development of concentration, and from concentration to mindfulness, from mindfulness to wisdom. The foundation, we use the word foundation because everything is built on this good posture. For people who can sit in one posture for a long time, if the posture is comfortable and steady, and it also correct posture, meaning upright posture, that indicates the combination of meditative qualities coming together. The ability to work on pain is part of it. The ability to work with your own thoughts is part of it, part of that. Good posture, correct posture. The ability to work with emotion is also part of it. Karuna, mudita, we have done many times. If you observe, there comes a point when you want to stop doing karuna or mudita in a session. Okay, if you just check your posture, you will see that your posture has some problem. Otherwise, you could go on and on, non-stop. So even in the practice of karuna and mudita, compassion and appreciation, this good posture development, the care for sitting posture, is very important. Only if you can maintain a good posture with ease, a steady posture with ease, and then what you have realized will become consolidated. Otherwise, it will be fleeting. It comes and goes. But when we talk about correct posture, we cannot just go there and get a correct posture straight away. It's not like that. It's about learning incorrect posture along the way. What is incorrect posture? We learn day by day, session after session, we learn about incorrect postures or mistakes in posture. We learn about them, and as we learn about them, as we take care not to repeat them, we get near and we get nearer to correct posture. So, what we will be learning throughout this meditation retreat is not so much about correct posture, it's rather about incorrect posture. We learn about incorrect posture. I want to show you one thing. Look at my posture. First, okay, what I'm sitting now, okay, it's not correct. I'm sitting on this chair as if I sit on the floor. This is because my knees are higher than my hip. So this is incorrect posture. With incorrect posture, I will have even unintentional wandering mind, unintentional thoughts. I will have them often because of the incorrect posture. So you can check your own posture. When you sit, if your hip are the same level or lower than your knees, that means your hips, they don't support your spine. So your spines have to be straight and comfortable. If if you're like this, like zigzag, you're not going to be going very far like this. If your knees are higher than your hips, it's likely you already start like this. It may be comfortable at the beginning, but certainly it will not be steady. Not steady. So comfortable and steady, these two, they have to go together. So, okay, you can sit on a sofa, on a couch, very comfortable, but only for a short while. Then you want to change it. Why? Because all the points, all the necessary points, they are not geometrically correct in terms of line, in terms of point. They are not supporting each other. Instead of being supportive towards each other, they might even go against each other. If you sit like this, okay, if you sit like this, certainly your spine and your knees, they go against each other in terms of geometry. So even when you sit on a chair, um, the normal chair as it is not for meditation. Is for people to participate in an event. and they move their legs, they move their body, they shuffle around. So even to use this as a meditation chair, you have to you have to raise the two legs behind a little bit. You can put a cushion on that, like the two legs behind. Put them on a cushion. Yeah. Best is put them on a block, a hard block. It may be something, maybe wood, maybe something. If you do that, it's going to make a difference. You will not need to lean on like this. If you lean on like this, okay, now your back leaning on the chair. What happened? Okay, your lower spine, your pelvic, they don't support each other. Geometrically, they are not working together. And so when the body is not working together, when parts of the body are not working together, unless, okay, we are very intelligent meditator that we can leave whatever happened to the body, we can simply focus on the mind. Unless we are at that stage, we are going to be affected by our physical posture. In the first day, on the first day, on the second day, on the third day, please focus on big changes. Mostly, you need to focus on the big changes. The big changes is like the head turning to the side like this. Turning to the side like that. In the morning, I came to check 3 or 4. I saw people like that. When I saw like that, I knew straight away you got stuck in your own thoughts, in your own issue. You got stuck in one thing at that moment. ไปค้างอยู่ในอารมณ์ if your head's like this, I'm like this all the time. But you're not aware. You think your head is like this, but actually it's like this to somebody outside. You see, it's to the side. So the spine has to be vertical, the head has to be vertical, and then you can maintain your concentration very well. You just check your physical body. Even every 2 minutes, every 3 minutes, just check it if there is anything or not, if the mind goes away or not, if the posture changes or not, if there's any movement or not, just check it. Make it a habit and check it. By checking it, you're going to find that your mind rarely goes away. And maybe for some of you, you only check it when something goes wrong. That's okay. That's okay. That's where we have to start. But we can check in advance before any um, movement of the posture. So the first point is your knees and your hips. Okay, your hips have to be higher than your knees. And then the second thing is your spine. Your spine have to be vertical. They have to be straight. And this one, we don't get it right in one session. Usually, no. Maybe great disciples of the Buddha Mahasavok, they got it right in one sitting. In one sitting. Some of them didn't even have to sit. But for us, we have to sit. We have to sit and we have to find out incorrect posture. You can see now His Majesty Ramadhan, he sat very upright. That is why he was never distracted from the issue that he chose to focus on. You could see in public, he sat very steady and he looks comfortable. That indicates His Majesty's practice. His practice, His Majesty often invited many good meditation teachers, especially forest monks, to go into the palace and taught him meditation. Sometimes it's not the head moving to the side like this or the head slumping, but the whole body is like this. That's more difficult to detect. More difficult. If the whole body goes like that, means you are being dragged away in your thought by your own thoughts. My meditation teachers, they just come and check my posture. They can tell where my mind is. Sometimes they can tell me if I'm struggling with pain and what is the pain? Is it in my knees or is it in my ankle? Is it my back? And if I'm not happy during that time, if I'm not happy, not satisfied with my progress, they they know it because they specialize in posture. And so for today, uh, what I like to emphasize to all the meditators that tomorrow, please check and ensure that your hips are higher than your knees. It's not like what I'm sitting now. What I'm sitting now, my my knees are higher than my hips. So I will not be able to maintain this posture for a long time. Even when you're walking, you can see the posture, especially the upper part. Okay, wherever you move unconsciously, the movement of the legs It's okay. That's normal. But after a few days, you can also observe the space, okay, um, between the steps. When you take the step with your right foot, with your left foot, like that. So with this, in relation to this, an an ideal posture is that when you sit like this, you look at my left. The left one is outside. The right one, the right leg is inside. Okay. We have to change it. In a day, at least we change once. At least. It's not good to fix. If you fix, it's going to affect your spine, your velvet, the pelvis. It's going to affect that. To keep one posture like that. So you can see some people always like this. When I was young, always like this. When I was young, leaning to the left side. When I had serious thought, when I took exam, or when I was listening to the teachers explaining a serious topic, it went like this. The posture was incorrect. Only after a few years of meditation that my teachers corrected me. Before that, whenever I took group photo with others, they always had to correct my head position. And at that time, on the plane, on the train, in the car, or in an event like this, I had to change very often because I felt some pain. This is to tell you what I'm going to be talking in a few days' time, that the posture and pain management, they are interrelated. Interrelated. If we do not work on pain properly, a good, steady, and comfortable posture can only be achieved only up to a certain extent. Earlier, I said we measure everything. We measure the development of the mind, development, concentration, mindfulness, wisdom with good posture. Now, I like to say that we also measure those things with pain. We use pain to measure. We use pain to measure physical pain and then mental pain, like that. But today you can forget about the pain. Just focus on the posture, especially the big changes. The big changes. As we do in Mahasi, we look at pain from very early stage before it becomes very strong. If you do that, you're going to manage the pain quite well without the need to change your posture. In the same way, if you focus on the posture quite early on, every couple of minutes, 3 minutes, perhaps. Sometimes for some people, 3 minutes is too long. It's too long. It has to be 2 minutes. It's good that you check there's nothing wrong. Checking your posture does not disrupt, does not interrupt your meditation. It's part of your meditation. You can see in the Satipatthana Sutta one section, what we call Sampajana Kara. Sampajana Kara, that's dedicated to posture in all positions. So at the very beginning, you try to see, okay, if you need some support, maybe in your knees, certainly at the back, and then with your knees so that it doesn't pull you down, so that it does not become imbalanced both sides. Because over time, you can tell, okay, it's going to give you some imbalance. So make sure that you support your knees also. But at the same time, when you support your knees, that they don't get higher than your hips. With that, your spine is well supported, and to make sure if you will be able uh, to stay in that position longer, so you can kind of move like this. Just make sure that you move left and right, back and forth, just to make sure that you feel comfortable. And then you make sure that you look ahead and with your head straight. After that, to close your eyes, you check again. You check through breathing, through rising and falling, you check that. You check that. If not quite comfortable, you open your eyes and you should uh, kind of address the basic posture once again. What I'm trying to say is that to give more attention to posture, to posture. In the morning, I also observe some walking, some yogis walking. When you turn very quick. At the turn, you turn quick. And sometimes when you look too close, that means in the walking, it's the correct posture. If you look very close, it's exactly the same, like slumping like this in sitting. You're not going to maintain very long. It looks that you really put in a lot of effort to concentrate because you look too close. The danger is that you will get carried away by your thought very soon. When you move at the turn, okay, when you move very quickly, that shows impatience. A lot of postures, a lot of postures become imbalanced because of impatience. So by working on our posture, we are developing patience. Kandi paramang tapotitika. Patience is the highest of the practices. So if you get Kandi through this posture, you get a lot more than I can speak in this retreat, more than you can note down, more than you can remember. Um, I would like to tell you in advance that tomorrow, if you don't mind, I'll be walking and reminding you individually. Individually พวกนี้นะจะดูแล้วจะเดินแล้วก็เดินเป็นแต่ละท่านyou need individual attention because unless you you change in the practice you're going to go on with the old habit. The old habit. It doesn't matter which retreat you join. If you haven't changed a certain old habit, you will benefit theoretically, but in practice, maybe there will be less impact, positive impact. And those who sit on a chair, try not to lean on it. If you lean on the chair, you're never going to discover your correct posture. And if you're not facing physical discomfort, you don't know your limit, physical limit, and also psychological limit. So it's important to experience the physical body as it is, even if it's uncomfortable. I'm not going to talk about vedana or pain today. Just if you think you are afraid of pain, then pay attention to your posture. Every 2 minutes, not 3 minutes, every 2 minutes, I assure you that you won't feel pain. I can guarantee you. Most of the pain is mind-made. It's mind-made. And we like to run away. Sometimes we like to use cushion to run away. Sometimes we use our thoughts to run away from physical pain. Sometimes we use concentration to run away from pain. Okay, any question?
Master mentioned that no lean to the chair, right? But if I put this, I don't know what to call here. Is it okay?
I want you to try a new one. Instead of putting here, I want you to put down below under the under the 2 legs behind. Your chair has 4 legs. 2 behind, 2 legs behind. Put the cushion on that. But it has to be not that way. It has to be like this. Yom Pung, what you have, you see. Yeah. Um, uh, I think with the size of your chair and your body weight, you will need maybe about 2 inches high from, you know, to put underneath of you're putting that in the wrong place. Yes.
No, I mean that if I sit here and lean, it's uncomfortable. So that's why I put this one here.
Yes, and that's why I'm asking you to try a new one.
A new one.
New thing. Can you try? Can somebody help? เอาใส่ได้ at least 2 inches. It's good if it's hard. It's hard. It's good. You have to try. You have to try. Whether it's good. The way you see it today, when you put something behind up here and you lean, it's something like you surrender. You surrender to the pain, you surrender to discomfort. Okay, you are not facing it up. Try it that way. Everyone who sits on a chair. Okay, try that one. ข้างบนเอาออกเลยครับข้างบนที่ผนังอันนั้นไม่เป็นไรนั่นไม่เป็นไร and when you sit your knees and your hips be careful which one is higher. The hips the head have to be higher than the knees. Okay.
อาจารย์คะ
Yeah.
How's about this? It's not
yes your hips too have to be higher.
อ๋อเหรอ แล้วทำยังไงจะให้ จะตอนนี้มีไม่สูงกว่ายิบแล้วนะนี่ไง
ไม่มีเก้าอี้อีกตัวหนึ่งเอาเก้าอี้อีกตัวหนึ่ง
อันเนี้ยไม่ใช่ยิบต้องสูงกว่า
ถ้าโยมหนึ่งอย่านั่งแบบนั้นเดี๋ยวเอาเก้าอี้ให้4 ตัว
It's okay, no. But when I sit, I feel comfortable.
If you can sit on a chair like that, why don't you sit on the floor?
Yes, but now I have some problems.
If you sit on the floor, the same principle. Okay, the same principle. Your hips has to be at least 2 inches, if possible, about 3 inches. If you have a lot of weight, maybe more. Maybe about at least this much. If you lean on the back, I mentioned earlier, you're going to go into your thoughts quite easily. So this is what I want to kind of encourage you to experiment, and you see how much higher you need at the back to keep your spine straight. If your spine are not straight, you're going to find it very difficult to keep your head straight. If your head are not straight, you're going to find it hard to maintain your concentration. Sometimes when your head is like this, slide to the side, ติดอารมณ์ไปติดอยู่ที่หนึ่งไปค้างอยู่ที่หนึ่ง You get stuck in one place. A lot of train of thoughts running through your head. And you can't get out of that. Looking at your posture is very clear. By correcting your posture, you cut off the thought straight away. Any more questions?
In this course, when we practice sitting meditation, should we do karuna or mudita or?
It doesn't matter. As I mentioned yesterday, you can pick any meditation. You can use any meditation. Okay. Something that you have learned from me previously, karuna, mudita, from you learn from other teachers. You can use them. It doesn't matter. I'm not focusing on any of those contents. If there's any discussion, I try my best to discuss them. But in this retreat, the aim is to strengthen those practices that you have learned before.
Thank you.
So that is to say, if you decide to work on mudita throughout the retreat, that's fine. Even to work on mindfulness, pure mindfulness, that's fine. If you want to work on a certain topic, that's fine. That's fine. In order not to get lost in thought, in order to come to a very comfortable and steady posture, this is a very effective way of doing that. And when your posture becomes better and better, when it improves day by day, you're going to find that everything that you have learned becomes very easy, very clear. You won't have to put in a lot of effort. Otherwise, it's like stop. It's going to be like that.
ตอนที่เมื่อกี้พระอาจารย์แนะนำค่ะว่าให้เราโฟกัสอันที่มันเป็นเมนเมนเมนเชนใช่ไหมคะอย่างสมมติถ้าหัวเราไปหันอะไรอย่างเงี้ยแล้วพอเรารับรู้แล้วเงี้ยเราก็ correct ให้มันกลับมาให้มันถูกเป็น correct posture อย่างนี้ถูกป่ะคะ
จะมองลมหายใจเข้าออกจะมองหิวพองหรือว่าจะทำแบบอาจารย์โกเอกาที่ทำ sweeping sensation หรือว่าจะทำมรณสติเมตตากรุณาอะไรก็แล้วแต่หรือว่าจะมองรูปนามอันนี้คือทุก3-4 นาทีให้กลับมามองตรงนี้ให้กลับมามองอิริยาบถอาตมาขอบอกสุดท้ายเลยแต่อิริยาบถยังไม่ตรงนะยังไม่ steady และ comfortable ไม่เห็นหรอกอนิจจังไม่เห็นหรอกทุกขังเราเห็นในสัญญาเราไม่เห็นในปัจจุบันเห็นอะไรในปัจจุบันจะต้องเป็นอิริยาบถอันนี้ถ้าไม่อย่างนั้นเห็นแต่ในความคิดของเราเราถึงเห็นในสัญญาเพราะว่าการเห็นอนิจจังหรือว่าการเห็นทุกขังมันมีผลกระทบได้เปลี่ยนนิสัยทั้งเปลี่ยนนิสัยประจำวันเลยถ้ายังไม่เปลี่ยนนิสัยแสดงว่าที่เราเห็นมันเป็นสัญญาสิ่งที่เห็นในสัญญามันก็ส่งมากแล้วแล้วก็มัน มันเหมือนเสื้อผ้าที่เราใช้นะใช้แล้วแต่ละครั้งจะต้องซักอยู่ตลอด
แล้วแบบนี้เราจะรู้เองไหมคะว่าตอนเนี้ยเราเห็นจริงๆหรือว่าเห็นในสัญญาสำหรับกรณีที่ฝึกไปสัก
ถ้า
ค่ะท่าน
เวลา
ท่านอาจารย์
เราเห็นถ้ามันเป็นปัจจุบันนะถ้าเห็นในปัจจุบันนะคนอื่นไม่ต้องบอกเราหรอกคนอื่นไม่ต้องบอกถ้าคนอื่นจะต้องบอกต้องมี approve จากคนอื่นมันอืมถ้าพระพุทธองค์ไม่มีแล้วคือแสดงว่าธรรมไม่มีแล้วอันนี้ธรรมมีเพราะว่าอ่าใครพบก็รู้เลยว่าตัวเองพบอ่ายังไม่พบและข้อที่เราคิดว่าเราพบอันนี้มีอันนี้มีแม้แต่ในพระวินัยก็ว่ามีอันนี้นะเพราะว่าบางครั้งอ่ะมันละเอียดมากละเอียดมากถ้าไม่มีคำถามแล้วนะคืออยากจะพูดสุดสุดท้ายครับคืนนี้เวลารับประทานอาหารแค่มองทีเดียวนะคือไม่ต้องมองมือไม่ต้องมองอะไรมองแค่มองแค่ขามองแค่เข่าถ้าอยากจะย้ายนะคืออันนี้ทราบถ้าอยากย้ายทราบก็อันนี้มองจิตแล้วก็มองที่มองที่ขาเราเพราะว่าถ้าเรามองจิตมันกำลังฟุ้งซ่านเรียกว่ามันกำลังหงุดหงิดมันกำลังไม่พอใจอะไรสักสิ่งสักอย่าง This is a kind of extending the posture practice into daily life. In the dining table, when you sit, you put your leg like this because you eat on chair. So just eat slowly, and sometimes you experience the movement of your legs. Sometimes subconsciously, sometimes you catch it. You catch the desire to move. At that moment, observe the physical posture and the mind, what's going on in the mind, trying to see them together. That's about it.